Welcome back to Political Channel, a channel which covers news in different parts of the world. Our main focus today is in Kenya, as there was election in Kenya last year. Election in Kenya is very dramatic and it's very expensive. It's kind of a movie thing. And we had two contenders. That was Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Those were the two guys who was going for the top seat. It was a bruising battle, but apparently William Ruto emerged as the winner, and he was declared as the first president of Kenya. But the area we want to cover today is about the vice presidents of Kenya. And to go straight to the point, the first president of Kenya was Jomo Kenyatta, who became the first president of Kenya in 1963 when Kenya got independence. Actually, he was the founding father. And he appointed Oginga Odinga as his vice president. They were good friends, they were very close, but the relation didn't last long. And Oginga Odinga was fired as the vice president. And Jomo Kenyatta appointed Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi as his second vice president. Although there was another guy who was called Murumbi. We don't know so much about Murumbi. I think he stayed for a very short time. He's not known so much politically. So the vice president now was Arap Moi, who was also a very strong character in the political arena, because he was also the founder member of KANU together with Oginga Odinga. So you can see these two vice presidents, they are very strong politically. And because our main feature today is about vice president, I just want to bring a picture that all the vice presidents in Kenya, they had a very ground political ground. In other words, they were very strong politically, and so on and so on. And then Jomo Kenyatta died in 1978, and Moi, the vice president, became the second president of Kenya. And he ended up ruling for 24 years. We're not going to go into the depth how his rule was. Maybe that's a feature for another day. So he appointed Mwai Kibaki as his vice president. Although he had Mwai Kibaki as a vice president, he had Josephat Karaja as a vice president, he had Saitoti as a vice president, but all those guys, they were very strong politically. Even Mwai Kibaki was among the first finance minister of Kenya. He was a guy from Makerere College doing economics, you know, and he made the Kenya economy to be very, very successful as a finance minister. So moving forward, Moi retired, and then Kibaki took over as the third president of Kenya. So you can see all these vice presidents, they were very strong politically. They were strong guys, and they were had a very strong background. And then after Moi Kibaki, then the son of Jomo Kenyatta, Uhuru Kenyatta, became the president. Ruled for 2 terms and appointed William Ruto, the former YK92 youth leader. He was appointed as the vice president of Kenya during Uhuru Kenyatta's era. He became the vice president for the first term and for the second term. And then after Uhuru Kenyatta retired, William Ruto became the president. But the thing which is kind of pick up something very interesting is that William Ruto appointed a guy from nowhere, somebody who is unknown, somebody who has never been in politics, because this guy was the DO, or district officer. District officer is one rank from a chief. From a district officer, he became a permanent secretary and became a personal assistant to Uhuru Kenyatta. Though that's how much we know about this new vice president of Kenya. So it's a wonder boy. It's a jackpot. He came from nowhere. As I explained to you, all the vice presidents, they had a very strong background. It was not easy for them to get that seat. This guy came from the brew, and he has become the new vice president of Kenya. That is Rigathi Gachagua, Riggy G, is the new vice president of Kenya from the brew, from nowhere. Although he was an MP for one time, for Madeira. So that is the wonder for today. Our episode, we wanted to cover about the vice president, and this is a wonderful episode as far as Kenya politics and vice president is concerned. Next time, we're going to go to different area and we see whatever area we can cover in terms of politics and news coming up. But if you got anything you'd like to contribute to our channel, we are very much welcome. And we say thank you. Bye.